Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you how I use my Jones D65 foreign. There it is, D65 foreign. Advert for Tom Dilly, although he's long gone now. Sewing machine. This is a manual sewing machine. I use it for sewing leather and canvas, and I'm actually in the process of making an awning for Rob's boat, but I've not used this for a long time, years, so I'm going to have to remember how I do it. And I'm going to show you how we do it to start with. So we have some basic controls here. This is your flywheel, and on it is the needle engage and disengage. That's this here. We hold the flywheel and twist this left to disengage the needle and twist it right to engage the needle. This is your bobbin filling device. It all works quite well. Worry about that in a minute. This is your stitch forwards and backwards and stitch size. So you can see there's a little line. Let me just zoom in so I get a better view of it. A little line there for 0, and then down is forwards, back is reverse. We've got the bobbin the reel holder for holding your line when you're threading your bobbin, and a little tensioner there. This is the reel holder for the top of the machine. Around here we have a tensioner, a spring, the take-up arm, and the lever that raises and lowers the foot there. And here we have another guide here, and the needle and the foot. Right, to start with, before we do anything else, we need to load the bobbin. Now you're wondering what the hell the bobbin is. Well, I didn't really know, to be honest. So in here we have a bobbin holder, and it's got a little lever on it just in the middle. You can see it. So we'll just flick that out and take the bobbin out. There we go. It'll probably fall out of its holder, but there's the bobbin, and it just falls out like that, so be careful. And that's the bit we want. Oops, jumping around. That's the bit we want. So what we do, we take this and we put it on there. Just clips in. Okay, so we take our cotton, we'll pop it on there. We thread it in the little groove of this tensioner. There you go, see it's holding the line taut, the cotton. Call it line, it's not line, it's cotton. And all we do is we thread that around there like that. Nice and taut. And then we push this button. And that lowers this to keep the cotton in the bobbin. So pop that back in there, and we'll just slowly make sure that's doing its thing. Disengage the needle. So hold the flywheel, twist this anti-clockwise, so we're twisting it that way. Check your needle doesn't go up and down. And as we rotate the handle, you'll notice the bobbin spins really fast. There we go. So now that's starting to load. Keep an eye on the thread, because it does tend to want to come out. And we just rotate the handle, and it'll load itself quite happily, like so. And we'll just do that till the bobbin's full. And it does it itself pretty well, it works. So now we've got a bobbin that's nearly full. We can just keep going and going and going. There we are. It pinged off, so we'll just take it at that for now. So what we do, we push this up, that undoes, and we'll just break that off of there. Fine. Okay. Now, the next quest. This little bobbin holder is a bit of a pain in the bum. But you can see it's got a little slit in there. And what we do, holding the bobbin with the thread coming off the top like that, slot it in there. Now run the thread in there and under this little spring, like that, till it comes out of that hole. And it should, if you've done it right, hold itself like that perfectly. So there we go, we can load that now. Now in here we have a little notch just there at the top, and on your bobbin you have this little arm. So we pull the cord out the front, so it's like that. So all we're doing is inserting this in there on its little spindle, locating, and you see the little arm there. Just clip that on like so. Arms in the top in that little notch, and then we're up to threading the rest of the machine then. Okay, so this is a difficult part now, the bit that I always struggle with. Take our cotton and we go through this little hole here. It should just clip in like that. Just sits in there nice like that. Then what we need to do, lift the foot like that. We go round the tensioner. He says, a bit fiddly as I've got great big fat fingers here. So round the tensioner, there's a little spring here. We want to go in that spring. Okay, now we've done that, we lower the arm. That holds the thread in place. Okay. Then we go through the little uptake lever here, like so. So we've gone through this one, round here, through that little spring, through the uptake arm, and then we clip it into this one. And all you have to do, you don't have to thread it through, it just clips in like that. Okay? And that holds it still there. Now I need a needle threader because my eyesight's rubbish. So what we do, we raise the needle. Just raise the needle, there we are. Now we clip it in that little one there. And we poke our needle threader through the hole. He says, this is never easy for me. There we go. And we poke our thread through the needle threader. Like that. And then back through the needle. And then this is the important bit. This is the bit that caught me out earlier. As you look at this foot, it's got a slit in it. Like so. So if I can pick that thread up, it needs to go through that slit. Like that. And out the back. Like so. There we are. So it goes through the needle on the left side to the right, and then through the slit and out the back. Like so. Okay. We very gently operate the needle up and down till it collects the thread. As you can tell, there we are, it's got it now. So lift the foot again. And we poke something through under there. Normally I just use a pen or a pin or something. I use the head of a pin. And it should, in theory, catch the cord, catch the thread. I can see it there. There it is. And bring that one out as well. There we are. So we've got two bits of thread poking out the back. We can shut that now. And now, if I get a bit of scrap fabric, I'll just try this because I haven't used this yet, so I hope it works. Put it under there, put the foot down. Select a speed on your thread, what's it, and just turn the handle. And to reverse it, we just lift this into reverse, and turning the same direction, it then reverses the threading. So you're going backwards. So do that again. And if I put it in the middle, about there, on that line just there, the needle doesn't move. It doesn't go anywhere. The foot doesn't walk. So we'll lower it down again, do about 20 stitches. And there we are. It's off. It's a good old machine, really. I should be holding it, but I'm holding the phone at the same time. So we'll reverse that now. Push it up above that lever. And there we are, it's reversing. Nice and simple. And so we'll put this back on the stand. So now, raise the foot, pull it out, and cut the thread. And that's how you use the Jones sewing machine. Not the best, but it does work. I'm no seamstress at all. Seamster, I suppose they'd call me. But yeah, that's how it works. It's nice and simple. I was just trying to find a decent tutorial on YouTube of how to thread one of these things, because I couldn't see how to thread the bobbins and stuff. It was driving me up the wall. But yeah, that's how it all works. So there we are.